Well, it's Saturday the 17th of December. This is episode 2245 of 301 Permanently Moved Online, a personal podcast 301 seconds in length, written, recorded, and edited by me, at the JMO. Alright then, that's it for 2022. 45 episodes, 3 3/4 hours of audio, read from approximately 42,000 words of script. Whether you've been subscribed since 2018 or just recently, thank you all so much for listening to this strange, weekly, personal podcast that's 301 seconds long. Special thanks also to Permanently Mood's paid supporters and zine subscribers for helping keep the lights on. This show, my blog, and the new interview show I'm working on, all of this exists because some of you choose to pay. As is tradition, let's close the books on 2022. Permanently Moved past 100,000 all-time downloads this year, a significant mental milestone. A much bigger creator once said to me, care about your stats till 100k, care again at 1 million. So that's the plan. Several times in the last 4 years, I've said that statistics have pickled brains, none more so than mine. But after 6 seasons, 213 episodes and 100,000 downloads, I'm confident that people are listening, and now derive little personal validation from a number going up. On the subject of statistics, 301 has been in and out of the top 100 iTunes charts all over the world this year. And considering that Desert Island Discs is permanently unmoved at number 1 in my niche, 301 peaking at 72 in the UK this year was pretty cool. Thanks again to everyone who's subscribed. Lastly, this year's top 3 episodes by raw download numbers are episode 2243, What the Hell is Going On? Episode 2240, The Internet Means Send and Receive, and episode 2207, Inauthentic Internet. The following 7 episodes making up the top 10 were all within just 30 downloads of each other. Anyways, that's enough about stats. Let's talk moving pictures. Most of you listening probably aren't even aware that there's a video version of the show. It's just me sitting at my desk reading from the script. I ingest the video alongside the audio into my editor. The video version has a small but dedicated following on YouTube, so why not like and subscribe if you're watching right now? I started making the video version last year as an opportunity to learn how to work with video, and it's taken me about 18 months to get to grips with workflow, and I now feel comfortable with where I'm at. It's about as good as it's going to be without being something else, if you know what I mean. I'm now satisfied that I know what I'm doing, so maybe I'll do something else. I just need a good idea. Speaking of good ideas, quite a few ideas for shows didn't get made this year. There's 8,000 words of unfinished scripts in the Google Doc. They are as follows. The Idiot Box. Comparing how I felt about the television since I was a teenager to how I feel about my phone today. Xbox Live, a show about just how badly Microsoft screwed up the world's earliest mass-shared audio environments. From its early marketing to the decade of unfettered free speech, what it did to an entire generation's psyche is an open question, especially to men. Opinions about what is and isn't acceptable on the internet were also formed by many. I've since written about this for an anthology that's yet to be announced. An apology to Tom Jones. After listening to the complete Tom Jones Decca collection from 1965 to 75 earlier this year, I had no idea. The man's voice is a weapon. Polycrisis actors. I've had a bash at writing this several times, and one day I'll find the words to articulate the things I feel about this title. Co-located memory. Continuing to get to grips with my aphantasia. The Brand Called You. A show about an article I read in the computer lab at school in 1997 that predicted the next 25 years of the internet. Decorum, a word that isn't used much these days, but probably should be. Present shock. 8 years since the book of the same name by Doug Rushkoff came out. Boomers and Zoomers. I wrote notes for this after I finished teaching at Camberwell College of the Arts this summer. All of my students were born after 9/11, and it was hard explaining the rolling news' real-time terror alert levels to them. So, along with a big list of other things in my creative and personal life, that's an overview of what you could have won this year. See also episode 2203 for a different list of things that I wanted to do this year and didn't do at all. I finished last year talking about urgent anxiety. This whole year has been dominated by the fear of finding out. The sea is so very big and my boat is so very, very small. As the year has gone on, however, my boat has become more sure and sturdy. No longer do I feel lashed to the mast, but back at the helm. And things are going to get weirder, and they're definitely going to get worse in the coming years, and I'm emotionally and mentally here for it now. I feel like I've got my panic out the way early to avoid the rush. It's all good though. The body of work grows 1 week at a time through the work of body, and I'm proud of everything I've achieved this year. It all creates a more stable platform for the next. I hope you all have a great Christmas and New Year. Thanks again for listening. I'll speak to you again in episode 2301. in January.